درود به همه دوستان عزیز، امیدوارم هر کجای دنیا که هستید شاد و سلامت باشید. من چند روز پیش یک مصاحبه‌ای با شرکت هلیوم داشتم و بعد از اون یه فکر به ذهنم رسید. یک زرنگی انجام دادم و برای شما با همکاری بردلی از تیم هلیوم یک فایل ساختم و گفتم که چرا که نه، یه چیزی هم من از اون کمپانی برای شما بگیرم. توی این فایل به نکات خیلی مهم میرسیدیم. همونطور که میدونید اگر از نظر خریدار وبسایت آمازون نگاه بکنیم، یک خریدار با استفاده از یک کیورد هایی یک کلمات رو تایپ میکنه تا به محصولی که توی ذهنشه برسه و بخره. خب چرا ما به عنوان فروشنده همین سیستم رو به جلو نریم و روی کیوردها تمرکز نکنیم؟ به عبارت دیگه توی فایلی که با بردلی داشتیم تونستیم با استفاده از این روش کیوردهایی رو پیدا بکنیم و با استفاده از اون کیوردها بتونیم به محصول برسیم. میتونه خیلی فایل مفیدی براتون باشه. تا الان فایل‌های خیلی زیادی پیرامون نرم افزار هلیوم داخل دوره آربی قرار دادم. آپدیت‌های زیادی ساختم. آپدیت‌های زیادی هم در راهه و خیلی خبر خوبی در مورد آربی به زودی بهتون میدم. برسیم به این فایل آموزشی ببینیم در مورد چه چیزایی صحبت کردیم. Hope you're doing well. Today we have Bradley from Helium 10. So I'm so excited to be here. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Getting excited for this.
We would like to find good products by buy box and by the keywords. So if you can go there and just please share your screen and then we can learn more.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I like to find the opportunity by the keyword. You know, I think you can find the opportunity by products, and nothing wrong with that. But I'm glad you mentioned the keywords because I think that's important. You know, people when they search on Amazon, they are not always looking for a specific product. If they're already looking for the specific product, well, there's almost no point for competition because they're only looking for one thing. But people are searching for keywords and then just seeing whatever seems interesting. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I want to show an example that I like to share first of all of what is not opportunity. So can you give me an idea of something that you know for sure it's too late to sell this, or there's too much competitors or something like that? Can you think of something?
Maybe silicone container.
Silicone container. All right, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Silicone container. Okay, so we have here, silicone container. There's a lot of different things, but you see 6,000 reviews and 1,000 reviews and 300 reviews. Let me look at how much volume some of these are doing. Let's look here. How many sales? Because this also is important when you're considering the sale. So I see, some of them is not too bad, but then you look at this. Imagine having to compete with this one here. They're making almost, or this is the Amazon, and it's making almost $1 million. And sometimes you'll see a whole page of items that look like this. $1 million estimated sales and 6,000 reviews. It would be very difficult to compete with products that are like that. So what I like to do is I want to look for keyword pages that don't look like this. Now, I could just go start searching here in Amazon, random things, but it would take me forever to find it. So that's why I like to use black box.
Yeah.
So let me go into black box and I'm going to use the keywords. Right, so I'm looking for a keyword.
One question, Bradley, between X-ray and black box, which one is more updated? Because for the same product, maybe they show different numbers. So which one?
Well, X-ray is based on whatever you're looking at in your browser at the time. So like even you could be looking at, like, where are you located right now? Toronto. Okay, so you could be in Toronto right now and look at the same exact thing that I'm looking at, and it would be two different things.
It's working with the address.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. So, but what X-ray is doing is it's looking at exactly whatever you're looking at in Amazon at the time. Black box is taking a moment in time, sometime it could be from today, it could be from yesterday, could be from last week, but regardless, almost always it's going to be different than what you see in your computer exactly at that moment.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be too different. It shouldn't be too different. That's why you can still use this.
Okay.
So what I like to do for knowing that there's demand, because that's important. There's got to be demand
right.
if you want to sell something on Amazon. If nobody's, needs the product, well, hey, you're not going to sell it. So when we're talking about keywords, what indicates demand is search volume. How many people are searching for it. So let's just use, I'm going to say, show me something that is searched for 3,000 times a month.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe until, let me see, maybe 6,000. You can pick any number you want here. I mean, there are some keywords that are searched for 100,000 times. Some are 1,000 times, 50,000. So that's the beauty about this tool is you do what works for you. So me, I'm just going to put 3,000 to 1,000 or 6,000. Another thing I want to do is the price. Let's look up maybe a little bit more expensive product. Not too expensive, but maybe between $25 and $35. Now, this is what is the average price. Okay, so when I'm searching keywords, I'm not saying, hey, show me only the pages where there is nothing under 25. I'm saying if I take the top products and average the price of what is on the page,
Right.
it's between $25 and $35.
Right.
And let's, the other one, review count. All right. Like we said, for that one silicone thing that we saw from Amazon, it had 6,000 reviews or something. If everybody's got 5,000, 1,000 reviews, that's going to be hard to compete. So I like to see the newer maybe categories or kind of products. So if I take the average number of reviews for some of the top products, maybe I'm just going to pick a number, like maybe 50, 75, 100. What do you think?
100 maybe.
100. All right. Let's go 100, less than 100. All right.
Yeah.
How about categories? What categories would you like me to look in? Let's pick maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah. Maybe easy categories like kitchen.
Kitchen. Okay.
Outdoor, sports, maybe.
Okay.
And the last one, tools and
Tools. Got it. All right. Another thing I like to do is I usually don't like a lot of variations.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do, let me just see, maybe average of, I'll try this. I'll try average of 2, maximum 2. So that most of the products maybe is just a single product. For people who are trying to be new sellers, it's usually best to go for the single ones and not have to buy a product that you have to buy a red and a blue.
Capital and budget, right?
Yeah. That means you have to have more quantity. So let's see if this pulls up anything. I might have to change the filters here. Okay, no, it came up with a 44. So that's pretty good. So basically, what you want to look at here is something that maybe looks interesting to you. So here we go. Here's something that I think no matter what time of year might be good. Wedding card boxes. I actually don't know what this is, but I know it has to do with weddings, and weddings is something that, hey, I mean, it doesn't matter what country you're in, everybody has weddings. So what is this? So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Oh, wow. Nobody ever gave me this when I was at my wedding. This is pretty fancy. Okay.
I'm going to give you one.
There we go. But we can see here, why did this come up? Well, the search volume is about 3,000. So remember we had put up here between 3,000 and 6,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the average price, $28 the last time we checked. Okay. So, and the average number of reviews is less. Let's just make sure it still is the case. Yep. We can see the average reviews is actually not that many. Here's one that's above 100, but then here's one that's way below 100. Here's one that's only 13. Here's one 34, 48, 26. So this to me is interesting. I would want to look into this. Now, we're not saying, hey, everybody who's watching this video, please go, look for wedding card boxes. Of course, I would need to research a little bit more to see, but this is definitely a possibility. Let's keep looking here. Badminton rackets for kids. That looks interesting. Let's take a look. The sports and outdoors. Oh, okay. I know what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So how many people are
Maybe a
searching
little
for
bit
that?
seasonal because it's close to summer, maybe.
Yeah. But this is what I like about doing this search. First of all, this one here, this is page 1, position 2.
With the
So
bad,
this is like organically, but what is wrong with this picture?
hasn't any white background.
Yeah, this is not even a
It's
compliant.
not even professional, right?
Yeah, so Amazon at any time can just take away this listing because this seller did not do a good job. And that's very rare, for something that is searched high, and this is one of the best ones. The seller maybe doesn't even know how to make the Amazon listing correct. So I like seeing things like this where one of the best ones is this bad. Also, what don't you see here that you normally see in the top row?
The sponsored ads. There's
Yeah.
no sponsor, right?
How often do you see this where there's a main keyword and there's no even sponsored ads at the top? So that usually means one of two things or three things. Number one, the sellers don't even know how to do sponsored ads, so they're not doing sponsored ads. That's great. Or number
Especially
two,
the second one.
yeah, or number two, maybe they had sponsored ads, but there's so few budget by these sellers that already right now it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Already everybody's budget is finished. Or maybe number three, maybe nobody is bidding high, so Amazon put sponsored ads on the bottom. Let me look. Oh yeah, okay. So maybe this. So here are some sponsored ads here.
Yeah.
But you see, even under this situation, this is good. It means that Amazon is so unhappy about the bid, maybe like they don't want to give anybody in the top of the page because they're not bidding up. But all of those reasons, it's like that's a good thing, for us,
Yeah.
right?
It
Look at
means
this.
The market needs this product. People searching for this product, but there is no good seller.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. Page 1, position 3 and 4. They only have 3.5 stars. Like people don't even like this product and only 3 reviews and still it's at the top of the page. So again, I still need to look more at this to be able to know, but these are all kinds of signs to me that, hey, I think I want to look at this more. And so the point is, I don't care if you sit me down here in front of my computer for 1,000 hours in front of Amazon. There is no way by myself I would have ever found, I don't know that people are searching for badminton rackets for kids. My kids don't like badminton, so like I would never search this. I'm not getting married again. I didn't know that people are buying this thing but so you see, that's why you use tools like, Black Box, and it helps you find these opportunities because, maybe 10 years ago on Amazon, you could just type in just random things and find good opportunity. But those days are gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. So which one of these do you like better? Badminton rackets or wedding card boxes?
I think badminton rackets.
Okay, let's take a look here. I'm just curious, maybe approximately how much sales are some of these products doing? So, that's interesting. There, they put an emoji in their seller storefront name. I didn't even know you could do that. Have you ever seen that before? I didn't know that. I just want to look at their. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty interesting. I never seen that before.
Oh my God, it's my first.
Okay, all right, let's go. Okay, so I just want to see maybe some of the sellers on here. Where are they getting sales from? All right, so where are some of these sellers making sales from? Let's go ahead and sort this by sales. Now, some of these are not for kids. So I'm going to look for the ones that are for kids. Like this one, this is the top seller on the page, but obviously this is not badminton racket for kids. So that's something important. This has nothing to do with Helium 10, guys, but this is just general Amazon knowledge. If you're trying to do research for a keyword or for a product, even though it's on the same page, you need to ignore it if it has nothing to do with the keyword. Okay? This is obviously not a racket for kids. So I don't care that it's on this page. I'm not going to look at it. Let's just see. This one actually looks for maybe adults. So I'm not going to pick that one. This one, another one, maybe it's for adults.
Maybe adults.
Right. And I'm frozen again. Hold on. Okay. Should be good now.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to do is I maybe want to take one or two of these that are top sellers for this keyword and kind of see what other keywords are driving the sales. What other keywords are really driving the sales of these products? So let's just take a look at one of these. Like this one definitely looks like it could be for children. One pair badminton racket for children indoor-outdoor sports game. So let's copy this and let's go back to Helium 10. And we are going to go into the tool Cerebro. And let's try to figure out what are the main keywords that are driving the sales of that product. This one is making, decent amount of sales, like about maybe 10 units a day or 20 units a day. Mm-hmm. So if somebody is selling 10 or 20 units, it's logical that we're just wondering where could they be getting, some of their sales from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, show me the keyword, search for, let's say, at least 500 times. Mm-hmm. And if we check, not only are they on page 1, but they're maybe in the top half of page 1, between 1 and 15 in the search results. All right, and let's hit apply. And here's 13 keywords. And yeah, this is probably where they are getting a lot of their sales. So you could see keywords here like bad. Here, this is funny.
Badminton.
It's a misspelling. There American people sometimes really don't know how to spell. So there are actually 1,000 people in America who are spelling badminton, batmitten. So completely misspelled. So badminton is actually the correct spelling. This is the word that we found, right? This is the one we found in Black Box right here for 3,000. So the last time we checked that they were position 9. Okay. Here's another good keyword: kids badminton rackets, badminton set for kids badminton set. So what I would want to do is I would want to check these keywords and see, is it also low competition? Because the keyword that we found, this one, I would say that the competition is low because of what we were seeing. The top of the page, no sponsored ads and only 3 reviews. So let's take a look at some of these other ones. Kids badminton set. And we see here's a sponsored ad, so that doesn't mean that it's bad. But I don't see anybody with too many reviews. Look here, this one has 500, but right here, only 2. This one, only 3.5 stars. This one, only 4 stars. This is page 1, position 1, only 3.5 stars right here. Here's one that's on the top of the page, 0 stars. And this is what go ahead.
Yeah.
This is what I especially love to see. When I look at a keyword like this, kids badminton set, and already on the second line, there are products that have nothing to do with badminton. I like that. Like this. This is a bowling set, all right? So this means that maybe there's so few products that are doing well for this keyword that actually even Amazon's choice is something that has nothing to do with kids badminton. So that means that, what does that mean? That means that people who are searching for this,
and then click on this product.
Yeah, they're clicking on this because that means they're not really finding what they're looking for. So now what's the next thing? Well, why aren't they buying these? Or why are they not liking it? Well, look at these reviews. I would read these reviews and go in and see, why are people complaining about this? What can I do better? So that's just, of course, the whole process of finding the opportunity is a lot longer than this. But this, I hope, will show your viewers the kind of process you take. Number 1, you use Black Box and try to find where there may be some signals that there's opportunity, like low reviews or high search volume or or bad reviews, any of those kind of things. And then number two, look at it actually on Amazon. Never just do your research in Helium 10 or any tool. You need to look on Amazon to make sure what the data you're looking at is still valid, and almost always it is, but you should still always make sure of that. So then, hey, what is the competition doing on Amazon? What does it look like the buyers want? What does it look like the buyers don't want? And then you find some products that you think are your competitor, and then investigate using Cerebro. Hey, what keywords maybe are driving sales to this competitor? Let me find it. So that's kind of the process you can take over and over and over again until you find whatever is the right product for you to sell.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, man. I have some questions.
Sure.
If you can please share your screen and go to the keyword section on the black box.
Okay, let me go back to the black box.
Yeah, black box.
Let me see if I still have the last one, restore. Nope. I need to go. I logged into a different account when we changed. So do you remember what we had searched for?
I think you should go to the second tab, keywords. On top.
Oh, the keywords. Maybe that was it. Maybe this is the same account. Let's see if this is the same account. Yep. Oh, I found it. This is the same. I am in the same account. I thought I was in a different account. Here we go.
On the top, you put 3,000 for the minimum.
Yes.
So, for example, for each category, these numbers can be different. So,
this is search volume overall. It's not search volume by category.
Right. But for example, for kitchen, what number you're gonna suggest for the minimum or maximum, or why did you put maximum? Because, for example, you wanna avoid giant seller like home run seller.
No. For me, the reason why I don't care about the category when it comes to search volume. Search volume is universal to me. Like I don't care if it's kitchen or I don't care if it's toys. I can look for 500 search volume, 1,000, 3,000, doesn't matter. But the reason why you want to keep your searches narrow is because if I did nothing here, right, and I hit search, let me show you guys what would have happened. In this particular case, only 65 came up. So in this case, it might not have been a big deal, and that's because I had very, very narrow searches here. But usually if you don't put a maximum, what's going to show up here is it's going to say more than 200. And that's too much for you to be looking at. Like even right now, we only looked at like the first 10. There could have been something good, maybe later on here that we missed, but because we were looking too much. So I always like trying to keep my results less than 100. And if it's more than 200, for sure, I need to change something up here.
Okay. And something that may be interesting at this time, for example, a lot of products related to the COVID-19. So for example, for my search, I put some keywords on exclude keywords.
Exactly. Like if I was in the industrial category, I guarantee a lot of sanitizer and mask and things like that. So if you ever see that, and it's not just about COVID. I mean, it could be, maybe you're doing research in January and still there's a lot of like Christmas, Christmas keywords or something. So absolutely, you need to put, here, mask or Christmas or whatever that you start seeing a lot of down here. Definitely use the exclude keywords.
And what's your favorite categories? So
my favorite categories that I always seem to find interesting things is the home and kitchen, and also the kitchen and dining one, and actually the patio, lawn and garden. Lately, I've been seeing some interesting things. This has been something that's almost has maybe 3 or 4 times as many searches as before, because with so many people who were staying at home the last few months, they made a hobby of like making their own garden or doing something. And even when people go back to work, it's not like, okay, now they're never going to do their garden again. I think a lot of new category or new searches were created during this time, and they're going to stay for a while. So I like that category too.
About monthly sales or revenue, which one you prefer? You put revenue over sales or unit sales?
Either one. When I would do basically the revenue is just a multiplication of the units. All right. So it's not taking into consideration, promotions or things like that. But here's the time where you would want to do sales versus revenue. Let's say there was a wide variety of prices. Like some items are $100 and some items are $10, like in the same category. Well, the quantity, could be very similar, but the revenue would be different. So 10, if the number of units or sales, monthly sales units is 10, well, the revenue would be, 1,000 if we're talking about a $100 product, but it would only be, 100 for a $10 product. So that's where I would, differentiate, but that's a difference. So we're not calculating what the actual revenue is. What we're doing is everything is based on the monthly sales units, and we're just multiplying it by whatever price that seller is offering it for.
On an average, on a monthly base. For example, if one day he put $20, another day 30, another day 25.
No, it's just taking it as to what it is at that moment in time. Because usually sellers don't change their, they'll change $1 up, $1 down, $3. But whenever we are showing the actual price, that's what we put as the revenue, whatever is showing up on Amazon right now.
Yeah, that was interesting. And at this way you find the product, so you didn't actually use the monthly sales or revenue. You focus on the keywords, right?
Yes.
Because maybe some products like this badminton, the people searching for that, looking for that, but maybe at the end they don't buy it because there is no good seller or good product.
Exactly.
So we focus on the keywords, find the niche or product, and then we go for improving those.
Yep.
Right?
Now, if I was searching for products instead of keywords, then it's the opposite. There's no searching for search volume on products. I am searching for the revenue or the sales if I search for the products, but for keywords, 100% of the time, I'm always searching for the search volume.
Thank you so much. And the last question related to keywords is not related to find a product. For example, after launching our listing, and how often we need to optimize our listing by the keywords?
It depends on the niche. Like if it's something that's always changing rapidly, like it's so new and what people are searching for is always changing, maybe just take a look every month, but usually like every 4 or 5 months, we did the Project X on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
and one of it is an egg tray and another one is a shelf that is shaped like a coffin.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be, it's not like, 3 months from now, nobody's going to type egg tray to search, the odds of that changing what people search is very low, but still, maybe every 5 or 6 months, maybe do a check and see if there's a new keyword that people are using to search. But during the time when like fidget spinner was popular, there was a lot of new terms like popping up, or maybe in the beginning, the main keywords is fidget spinner for beginners or fidget spinner for first timers. Like those were maybe the top keywords. But 3 months from then, those keywords maybe is not the top ones. It's like advanced fidget spinner or something like that. So it all depends on the category. But you don't want to be changing your listing like every 2 or 3 or even 4 weeks usually, because that actually could hurt you instead of help you.
Yeah, I saw Project X, the bonus episode. I remember that was so funny behind the scene.
Oh yeah, yeah, the last episode one. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. And the last question: what is the best strategy for launch right now at 2020?
Best strategy for launch is a mixture. PPC. No matter what strategy you use, PPC should always be a part of your strategy, 100%. I don't care if you're doing social media or you're using a service for what they call search, find, buy, or you're doing promotional giveaway. I don't care what you use, you always still need to use PPC as part of it. Now, what we did in Project X was kind of a mix of both search, find, buy, and PPC. And for us, that was what worked. For other people, maybe something different works, but always make sure PPC is activated from day one of when you launch your product.
Thank you so much, man. I enjoy a lot. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again, man.
All right, sounds good.
Have a great man, Brad.
All right, we'll see you later.